this story that it's painful. Like literally, it's painful. I was in medical school, and this was my second year in medical school. And we lived on the third floor, I feel. And had two roommates. We were all in medical school together, same grade. We're still friends to this day. And they were gone already. And I was heading to school. Y'all, if y'all in high school, it's not, you go to classes at different times depending on your schedule. Doesn't matter. Medical school, I was by myself and I was heading to the parking garage. I had a pickup truck at the time. It was a blue Toyota 4x4 pickup truck. Love that thing. I had to sell it years ago, but that's beside the point. I was heading to my truck. And typically I would walk to school. I don't know why I was driving this time. I wish I could remember. Let's just make something up. I had a big, large project in the back of my truck that I had to carry, right? That sounds good, like a good enough reason why I wasn't walking to school that day. Because it was in Galveston, Texas. I lived maybe a mile from the school, maybe. I don't even think it was that much. It was just real close. Anyway, got down to the parking garage. Now, the parking garage was like, those partially covered. So there's a cover here, and an opening in between. And we kind of came out the door, like you come down the stairs in the hallway and you have a door to the parking garage. And I have no idea. I didn't drive my car much because we're on this Galveston Island thing, I guess. I don't know. I stepped and the step wasn't there. It's just one little step down I needed to go down and the step wasn't there. And at least that's had to be the reason why all of a sudden I plummeted to the ground, busted my head. Well, it didn't bust. Okay, I'm being sarcastic. Exaggerating, hit my head, bam, on the concrete. I was this close. You know those little concrete things that prevent you from parking your car too close to the building, little speed bump things? I was this close to hitting it, connecting with it. If I had done it, my head would have been cracked open and they'd have just found me dead. There was no one in the parking lot because everybody walked to where they need to go. The building was mostly full of students. And if I had busted my head and gotten unconscious, I'd have been donezo. Do you hear me? That was to be, I still think about it. It was like a near miss. Have you ever had a near miss in your life where you came this close to having a life-threatening accident or this close to be stranded and in a position where you could not do anything to help yourself, where you could have died even? That's what I think about that situation. And it pops in my head all the time. When it was back then, it was like, 80, 98, something like that. Right after it happened, for a long time, I kept like a little PTSD moment anytime I thought about, imagine if I just want one more inch and I'd have busted my head open. Or imagine if I'd hit harder and I'd been knocked out unconscious and nobody would have found me. Sometimes we spend a lot of time really thinking about the what ifs in life. Well, wisdom understands that the what ifs were not. That's not what happened. You lived. I did not hit the little humpy, parky curve thing. I did not get knocked out unconscious. I hit my head, a little bruise, and that was it. Thank you, Jesus. Then there is stupidness. They sit and they ruminate and live in that place of what if. Oh, what if? And they never move from there. It paralyzes them to ever drive again, to ever walk in that parking lot by themselves again. Not saying that you can't learn to be safe after that. There are lessons to be learned. It just doesn't paralyze you. A place of rumination is not the place to be. Don't live in the what ifs. Live in the what did happen and move on with your life. Anyway, there you have it. Wisdom, stupidness. Choose wisdom. Remember, show me your brightest. Show me your best. Show me the latest guru. God's wisdom lets theirs look like stupidness. Okay. Any special prayer requests?